My name is Rebecca, and I decided to do my 5th grade capstone project on Spotify. My main inquiry question for my project is, how does Spotify work and how has it impacted the society? If you haven't heard of Spotify, it is a Swedish music streaming service and an online repository. This means you need an internet connection to be able to use and listen to things on Spotify. Spotify features streaming radio stations and millions of songs by artists all around the world. There are new and old songs on Spotify by many different artists. What I mean by this is, Spotify keeps older songs but adds new ones every Friday and puts it onto Spotify. Spotify was officially launched on October 7, 2008 in Stockholm, Sweden. Spotify is now available in 79 different countries. The founder, who is also the CEO of Spotify, is Daniel Ek. The co-founder of Spotify is Martin Lorentzon. Spotify uses a protocol that is much better than the standard one. They also use a peer-to-peer network. This is with an internet connection. The music starts on Spotify in less than 200 milliseconds with good internet connection. Without the internet connection, it would take much longer to put music on than with internet connection. There still is a big possibility that no music would turn on at all. If you're scared to put your music onto Spotify because you're afraid people will steal it, don't be. Spotify prevents people from stealing artists' music by armies of engineers who make sure the music files only work on Spotify. These files are encrypted and then the app decrypts it. Also, Spotify is very tight security on their servers. Spotify only shares information with people who really need to know it and are trusted. There are 2 ways to listen to things on Spotify. They are Spotify Free and Spotify Premium. Spotify Free, you get ads after every few songs, but listen to the music, podcasts, etc. for free. Spotify Premium, you pay $9.99 a month for a subscription fee. This is instead of making listeners buy songs, albums, etc. when someone wants a song or album. In November 2018, Spotify announced that they would release Spotify Connect. Spotify Connect is used for all users using Spotify's free service. It lets you control and play any music from any device. Most importantly, this feature allows free users to switch the music you're listening to from one device to another when you get home, without stopping playback. Companies like Spotify need to know what good advertising is. Good advertising is spending a little amount of money for a lot of impressions. Bad advertising is spending a lot of money for a little amount of impressions. When a free subscriber listens to Spotify, Spotify will create breaks to place ads. That space is sold to advertisers, which is known as inventory. Spotify's strategies for getting new listeners are using content including podcasts that you can't get anywhere else, special video features that are exclusive features, making a family plan to incentivize bigger groups, and letting students get Hulu for free with Spotify subscriptions. This video is from Spotify's account on Instagram. Spotify makes a carousel post with images of all the artists that posted new albums and songs on Spotify. Spotify learned showing artists' faces is what gets people excited. Spotify includes something that so many users appreciate. That is Spotify Fans First. Spotify Fans First is a pre-sale for hard-to-get tickets based on how much a subscriber listens to an artist's music. Spotify makes the music into a file, and then the file has so many codes. It tells who the artist is in many languages. It tells the song title in many different languages, etc. As an artist, you have many different options to get your music to Spotify. To get the latest music from an artist onto Spotify in such a short amount of time, Spotify has service-level guidelines to get the music from the artist in advance to make sure everything looks and sounds right. Spotify also makes sure that the global team is working to make sure the launch goes smoothly. The technical accounts team and content operations is on call in case any last-minute problems occur. That team acts as mission control and problem solvers. Have you ever wanted to put your own music onto Spotify? Well, the music you're listening to right now is from Spotify. But what's amazing is, I made the song. To put your own music onto Spotify, you need to have a licenser. The licenser I used was DistroKid. To get to DistroKid, you need to go to the Guide Your Music section on Spotify. If you scroll down, you will find the link to DistroKid. Once you open DistroKid, you will need to create an account. Once you do this and fill out everything DistroKid tells you to do, DistroKid will send you updates about your song, and when they tell you it's successful, you're on Spotify. Overall, I had a great experience doing this project. I learned a lot about how Spotify works and how it impacts the society. For more information, check out my blog. I hope you enjoyed!